Hi, my name is Katie, and I'm a registered dietitian with Brenner Fit. I want to show you a really quick and simple recipe today that you could serve to your family. It's called sweet potato black bean chili. We got this recipe off of the Eating Well website. It's a great one-dish meal that you can do on cold nights or in the fall and the winter. So we're going to start by heating up our pan, and we're going to add some extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoons to our pan. Next, we are going to add 1 medium sweet potato. We have actually already peeled and diced this sweet potato, so we will add this to our olive oil. Next, we're going to add 1 large onion. We've already diced this onion as well, so we'll add it to our sweet potatoes and our olive oil. And I'll stir to get it going. Now I have this on medium-high heat for now. We'll let this cook and we'll start to add some of our spices. First, we're going to add 4 cloves of minced garlic. We've already used the pre-minced just to make it faster. That means we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of this pre-minced garlic. Next, we will add our chili powder. We will do about a tablespoon of chili powder. Woo! I almost make it too spicy. Next, we will do our cumin, and we're going to do 4 teaspoons of cumin. And then we're going to do just about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You can actually eliminate the salt if you do not normally cook with salt in your meals. And we'll stir this around. And the sweet potato and the onion will begin to soften the more it sets. All right, so now we're going to add some water. We're going to add about 2½ cups of water to this mixture. And once we do this, we're going to let it simmer for a few minutes. So I'll add the lid so that it can get going. So we're going to let it sit there for about 10 minutes. So while it's cooking, I want to tell you a little bit more about this recipe and how this is a great meal for your family. This sweet potato black bean chili fits really well on our balanced plate. Now, we do not have a protein, an animal product protein, so our black beans will actually fall into our protein category. Black beans give us a lot of fiber and protein, so they're very filling and satisfying. And since the black beans fall in the protein, the sweet potato then becomes our grain. So our sweet potato is our grain, and then we'll eventually add diced tomatoes, and so that's part of our vegetables. We've already added diced onions, so that's another vegetable, and then we've added spices. So to round this balanced plate out more, you can add fruit to this meal. For example, fresh apples. You can have the apples sitting on the table for your family whole like this, or you can pre-cut the apples. Kids do much better if they're ready to eat, so if you go ahead and pre-slice the apples, they're much more likely to actually choose them and make them a part of the meal. With sweet potato black bean chili, it doesn't actually go on a plate, right? It's in a bowl. So whenever you're fixing something that goes in a bowl, like a soup or a chili, you want to just dissect the ingredients to figure out how would this fit on the plate if we were actually laying it on the plate. And that's how we figure out if we have enough protein, enough grain, enough fruit, and enough vegetable in the meal. So that's where our sweet potato black bean chili ingredients fall on this balanced plate. It's a great filling recipe for your family. So while the sweet potato is ready, or getting ready, we have already rinsed and drained our black beans. So we chose the reduced sodium. So anytime you choose canned products like this, you want to aim for a lower sodium product. We've drained and we've rinsed this to get this ready. So we'll go ahead and add it to our mixture. So we are going to add 1 can of black beans. And then we will add 1 can of diced tomatoes. And again, we chose the no salt added diced tomatoes since it was a canned product. We'll stir this around just a little bit. Next, we're going to add a little bit of lime juice to give it a little bit of a tang. So we are going to do 4 teaspoons of lime juice. And I just squirted a little lime juice everywhere. I made a mess. 2 more of these. 3, 4. Now you can use fresh lime juice, but we've purchased this lime juice just to make the dinner go even faster. So after your lime juice, you're going to actually return the lid and let this simmer. This is all of the ingredients. The only thing left would be our cilantro, and we can top that off at the very, very end. So we have a 1/2 cup of cilantro. So once this simmers and it actually becomes thicker like a chili, we will pour 1/2 cup of cilantro on the very top, and then it's ready to serve. That's how quick and simple this recipe is. And again, this recipe is perfect because it falls on the balanced plate. You can add fresh fruit to this meal to make it even more balanced, and it's super quick and easy for a busy family that doesn't have a lot of time to cook in the evenings. If you make this ahead of time, it's great to put in the freezer. Make sure you use a frozen or a freezer bag that's appropriate for freezing food. So just make sure it's a freezer bag, stick it in the freezer, label and date it so that you don't forget what it is and how long it's been there. You can pull it out, defrost it, heat it up, and it's even quicker for your family. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the sweet potato black bean recipe.